rapper. He said he would fight till his last drop of fucking blood. So we do want that guy on our team. Oh, you know when they say it rains, it pours. It really do. It feels like it's pouring a lot these days for the YSL gang. I mean, the YSL crew. They're not a gang. They're a crew, okay? It's pouring a lot for them, and it just makes me want to cry, okay? It really does. But thank you so much for joining Drip Club on another Drip Club. I'm your host, Drip Club. So it's been a minute, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us, all 37s of you. We really appreciate you, and we're going to have more videos soon. Life just kind of got in the way of it for a little bit, but that's no excuse, right? We all got to live, so I take it back. But we're here with a new story. I thought I would break the silence with this Young Thug video because I'm a very big Young Thug fan, okay? I'm a Young Thug historian, many would say. And this case has just got me every step of the way crying and sad, okay? But here's the latest in the developments of the case. Our friend Young Thug, a.k.a. Jeffrey Lamar Williams, was denied bond. I don't even think his middle name's Lamar. Was denied bond, and, you know, he's being categorized as the most dangerous YSL member. Dangerous. He's dangerous, okay? So, a judge denied his bond, and the rapper will stay locked up until 2023. Oh, boy. We had so much going for us this year from Thug, too, so this is real sad. 2023 is a long time away, okay? So, yeah, they got 28 other Young Stoner Life members rounded up in this case. They got one rounded up in this case. Yeah, I'm pretty sure one is bond just got denied or will get denied. And they're really trying to make everything they can stick against these fellas, okay? Now, what I thought was very interesting, part of this was the music executive for Young Thug's label. Of course, he's part of YSL, but YSL is owned by the bigger label 300. So this is Kevin Liles, the executive at 300. And he's giving his take on Young Thug's character and persons. Try to get this man a little bit of a deal. But you got to respect that. Let's watch it. Can we speed it up?
I have time. Yeah.
I believe that's Mr. Brian Steele.
Who've lost family.
Come on, man. Speed it up. What is this, a courtroom?
To give testimony on...
Mr. Liles, of course.
Kevin Liles, K-E-V-I-N.
Taking the stand for his business partner and friend, Young Thug.
I'll let you know. Can you do me a favor and
No
educate
sheen.
the Samba court on who you are, your background? The court may not be familiar.
Honorary doctorates. I employed probably 5,000.
We don't need to know about you, okay?
And
No
that's what he's
offense.
done. And he's definitely changed mine.
Okay. He's starting to talk about Thugger.
Started a company with Jeffrey called Young Stoner Life.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
I remember what he said to me. We're not just starting a company. We're going to change some lives.
And they did.
And that's what he's done. And he's definitely changed mine.
Yeah.
Mr. Liles, how long have you known Mr.
I got that from Young Thug.
Well, I was a fan for probably 12 years, but I personally got to know him in the last 10 years.
Okay.
Known him for about 10 years,
And,
okay?
Have you signed, or your company signed Mr. Williams?
Yes, he signed to us, and I hate saying that he signed to us because it's my partner.
Danger to community, property in the community. Can he afford, from your
There's a part that I like.
financially? There's been testimony that if this trial, and I'm not saying the court will allow it, but if it doesn't take place,
Come on.
We have two deals. One deal,
Yeah, let's go to the rest of it.
from your personal knowledge and how much money he earns, can he afford that type of undertaking?
They're asking if he can afford to pay for the security
he is
post
not
bond.
just an artist.
Okay, there we go.
He's an influencer.
Yeah.
He's a person that I think was put here to change the people around him. And
Make him slimy
he's
as
so
fuck.
talented. He's creative. He's innovative. And he's fearless. He's a risk taker. And those kind of people, I call them change agents.
Change agents,
signing
aka
this artist,
changes.
I'm raising a young man. He looks at me as a father figure. He's not, like I said, we can't limit it to just...
I've never heard somebody say, they look at me as a father figure. I understand what he's talking about, and I believe him and all that. I just never heard somebody point it out in those terms. They look at me as a father figure. Right? It's kind of funny? No? No, I don't want more
his
videos.
lyrics or his music. He's a young man and he will be a contributing citizen to this world. And that's what I invest in. And I truly believe this whole thing that people are talking about, it's not him. The Jeffrey I know, give me clothes off his back. The Jeffrey I know, I can give him my kids, he can give me his kids.
Whoa.
That's the Jeffrey I know.
For trading kids.
You
You
mentioned
gotta trust a man to
lyrics.
do that.
There's been a lot of argument by the prosecution about the lyrics and songs.
He looks so touched. He looks very disturbed by what's going on, as am I. He's a music executive. He has no ties to the streets, okay? Nothing, as far as we know. And he's taking the stand for his fellow man, his fellow Schleim, and you got to give that man a lot of credit. A lot of respect. To Kevin
Can you
Liles.
explain, if you have the insight, what is selling in the
Man,
rap?
free thug, man! Freedom! That was me a couple weeks ago. And I really like how he's actually just putting his neck out there for him, you know, because he doesn't have to. But he is making a lot of money off of him. And maybe even further from that, he does care about Young Thug's well-being and his freedom, you know. So, thank you, Kevin Liles, for having your man's back. We like that.
Industry dealing with the lyrics, and why are they being
It's a nice
promoted,
hanky.
and why are people wanting it?
Your Honor, you've I don't know how old you are, but I'm older than you. So, I've been fighting this battle for over 40 years. It's not new. And it's funny how we're the #1 music in the world now, and they want to bring this back up.
Ooh.
Now, we don't argue about any other movies or other genres of music that talk about I ran them over in my truck, or I got drunk and I went and shot him. We don't bring those things to court, but
They're gonna get him on. They're gonna get him for those. What he just said right now. Those are bars.
And we constantly on trial about who we are, what we are, and why we are. And nobody gave us nothing.
Yeah.
So we sit here on trial and we talk about lyrics. Lyrics. I don't understand the thing. But I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna keep fighting for it because I believe self-expression, and I believe we should protect black art. We should protect black art. And I'm on trial for lyrics. Come on, man.
With regards to Mr.
So that's interesting. It looks like Kevin Liles. I haven't seen the whole thing, and I won't finish it. It's just too fucking long. But you know, he's talking about the lyrics, of course, being brought up in this case. What's interesting about the lyrics, and as I understand it, the lyrics aren't used in connection to specific crimes. It's more so of painting this picture of YSL and who's in it and what they may be up to. Okay, which is kind of like a gray line as far as lyrics go, because I think in some places like New York you can get brought down for lyrics. I think it's happened, and I think it could happen again, if I'm not mistaken. But this is kind of unprecedented in Atlanta, these lyrics being used, but they're not being used solely to pit people for crimes. It's being used to portray this image of YSL, the gang that is being RICO'd, okay? So it's very interesting how these are being used in court. He's not really on the stand to debate what that these lyrics should and shouldn't be used. I think that's a little I don't want to say misleading, because they are being used against him, but it's like what he just said about running over a guy in the truck or getting drunk and shooting some guy. They're not on trial for those crimes, for like that specific crime from that lyric. They're just YSL, you know. So it's very gray. There's a lot of gray area in this case, and I'm sure like the litigation and stuff will get, you know, turn everything over, and then we might know exactly what they're trying to get out, because right now they're just throwing all the spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks, you know, so it's done cooking. But that's it for the Kevin Liles part of the video. I was really interested actually by the attorney being able to represent YSL rapper Young Thug. Of course, you just saw Brian Steele. I think that was him. And he's back as Young Thug's main rapper. He said he would fight till his last drop of fucking blood. So we do want that guy on our team. We want a guy that's gonna, you know, take over this case from beginning to end, and hopefully get Thugger out with the least amount as possible. Okay. So there's a strong possibility in the future that they would have to reevaluate whether Steele could represent Williams in court. So they're going to look at that again in the future. And at first, the attorney was told that he couldn't work on the case because he was defending other people in the case against these charges. So they declared it a conflict of interest, which is kind of weird because I don't see how there could be a conflict of interest getting all these people off, right? Unless there was people doing, like, people snitching, right? Like, I don't want to say, hey, listen, I'm not in the streets. I don't have my ear to the streets. I don't, okay? But a conflict of interest in this case would be somebody trying to throw Thug under the bus to get them a lighter sentence or something like that, or being an informant or something. I don't have all the answers. I don't. You know, but it's weird how there would be a conflict of interest within a case of people in the same gang trying to beat the same charges, I guess, you know, is what I'm trying to say. So we'll see how that goes, because there's a lot of people in YSL, okay, and they're all getting put on for this. And Young Thug is just easily the easiest guy to blame. He's the easiest people for the defendants. He's the easiest people for the prosecution, okay? If convicted of a RICO charge, Williams could face up to 20 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. And here we see it right now. One was denied his bond in May. A judge set his court date for 2023. So Wunna was even barred from his whatever before Young Thug. And I don't know about y'all, but Wunna doesn't seem like the kind of guy to pick up the gunna, okay, so to speak. But this video is getting a little long. Please stay with us as we follow this case. I'm going to try to be with it step by step. This is just a damn shame. And they need to free these fellas, because this is YSL shit, you know. But I'm not YSL. I'm not YSL. But I do love YSL, and I love Young Thug. I love Wunna. I love Lil Baby. And these people got to be protected. There are artists. Okay? And they make really, really good music. So please free Young Thug. Please, okay? And please like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And make sure you follow us for the next video. We're sorry it took so long. I know, I'm sorry, okay? But make sure you like, comment, favorite, and subscribe so you stay in the loop of these Young Thug and Gunner charges. And we're going to get to the bottom of this one way or another. And hopefully we can free these kids. Alright? So y'all have a great rest of your day. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
This shit high, boy.